Okay everybody, I thought I was gonna make a quick video about William and basically the whole Kingdom Mythic Trials that is going on right now in your RTS roadmap at the current time. So why don't we talk a little about William and of course the character that you have to pull on in order to get him, which is Marcus. So first of all, let's talk about Marcus and how his kit works and why he's also kind of a good character of himself, you know. So right here, I'll show you on screen his stats and what it does. So Marcus is a supposedly a control toon who has a damaging ability of 40% of his max defense in maim damage up to 2 enemies, taunt a single enemy for 2 turns. So it's basically damage and single targeted taunt for 2 or 1 other enemy in this case for 2 turns. This rush in general, I've already seen it in action, and I gotta tell you, it is a dangerous one. If you're not protected against this, or if you don't have him under control, yeah, you can say bye-bye to 2 characters because his defense goes up really high. So he's pretty much gonna deal around maybe 26 to maybe 20,000 damage, depending on how well built the Marcus is. So, keep him under control, good luck, and hope that he doesn't 2-tap, or pretty much 1-tap 2 of your own characters. So why don't we go to his signature move, which is what is that name? Unassiable or something. I have no idea how you pronounce that name, but taunt an enemy for 2 turns, that enemy gets 50% attack for 2 turns, and this character gets 100% stun resist for 2 turns. So first of all, the 100% stun resist is completely useless. I have absolutely no idea why this is included, because we're going to be looking at his passives, which are pretty much, I'm gonna say, fairly unfair. Fairly unfair. Yeah, you heard it here. That's the first one on this channel. So the taunt on enemy isn't too bad for 2 turns. Vance does this for a line. So there's basically a bunch of taunts in the game now. So taunt resists, bring him out. The enemy getting my negative 50% attack, I am okay with that. That is, not that bad. Yeah, all in all, his signature move isn't, it isn't super broken. You can use this turn 1, and it has one turn cooldown, so it can basically lock someone down, really, but it doesn't really happen. So why don't we look at his mythic abilities, which makes him kind of, where he goes from okay to even better. So at the start of each turn, this is unstoppable. I'm skipping the precision one because every single control character has this, and it's kind of repeat of a loop to just keep on reading the ones. So unstoppable at the start of each wave, all the teammates, and each wave, by the way, all teammates gets 100% stun resist for a turn. Now remember that his signature move for some reason has 100% stun resistance. Yeah, I don't know why that's there. There's already a 100% stun resistance on his passive, so you cannot stun anybody if he's alive. So gotta make sure to take him out, and I'm gonna say good luck with that. So after that, he has Cease Focus. At the start of each wave, 100% chance to remove focus from 3 enemies. I don't think this is too bad. Uncle Sam removes it for everyone at an 80% chance, which is pretty much guaranteed. And next one, Halting Force when being attacked. 4% chance to stun the attacker for the next 2 turns. This is basically like a stun gun, the same one as Razzo had. So for some reason, this control character seems to have this 30% stun for 2 turns whenever they're being attacked. This 30%, I've been tested this one out. It feels like it's 100%, but then again, that's me being the unlucky guy that I am. All in all, Marcus is a very decent character, to be honest. You can definitely combo him on a defense team, and I definitely wouldn't skip out on him, because the next character, William, of course, if you haven't read his kit already, is kind of broken, and I'll tell you why. So I'll be popping up William right now on screen for you. So William, when you first read this character, when you go from upwards to downwards, you're probably gonna think this is a embarrassing character. So first of all, specialist skill is combat medic. When this character performs a critical strike, all teammates gets 25% of this character's attack as bonus HP. Bonus HP is applied before reflect. No one cares. Make a critical. So, Rush. Make a critical attack against a lot of enemies for 100% damage. While betting on the defense team, up to 2 teammates recovers from all penalties. So basically, don't take him in for attack. This is already the red flags that's popping up. Don't use him on attack because this isn't gonna do much. And I agree. I don't think this is a good attacking, nor this is a good rush at all. I think this is probably one of the worst rushes in the entire game when it comes to mythics. So Primal Strike, signature move. Make a critical strike against an enemy for 100% damage. Up to 3 enemies gets a daze for 2 turns. It sucks. It sucks. So I'll be honest. I don't think daze is that important in my opinion, because most of these they're meant to, stop you from using your signature moves, but then again, most of them goes off of turn 1 at the current meta, so this isn't really relevant, and it's not really gonna give you a bunch of bonus HP. So, reading these two abilities is basically kind of, I'd say it's nothing, right? So, but then again, now we're gonna go to the part of this kit that is absolutely broken. I have absolutely no idea how they even made it into the game in the first place. So, mythic abilities. Cunning, we're not gonna read this. We've already know what Cunning does. It's just 30% less likely to trigger enemy weapon effects and walker effects. But then again, you basically have a less chance of stunning him, for example, if you're using stun on attack. So, animal energy. When battling on a defense team, all teammates gain 30% AP at the start of each turn. Let me read that out for you again, in case you didn't hear it. Okay, so when battling on a defense team, all teammates gets a 30% of their max AP at the start of each turn. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's. I'm fairly certain I've seen this AP meta somewhere back in the days. Yeah, I'm fairly certain I've seen this somewhere where it's AP gain. 30% each turn, so if you don't take him down, yeah, well, have a good time. So this is also again defense team, so don't use him on attack. Ezekiel's successor. At the start of each turn, up to 2 teammates gets 30% of their max health. This is basically just a fast healing weapon on a passive. So you basically can finally throw him in at a Barker lead, or maybe even Ezekiel lead if you want to. Because now comes the last part of his kit, and this is the last passive. Keep in mind, you can't disable these. There's no way to disabling any of these unless he's dead. Leader of the Kingdom. All teammates gets 80% bleed and burn damage reduction. So good luck bringing in Ty. Good luck bringing in your favorite character of all time, that being Zachary, right? They're gonna deal negative damage. That is basically his purpose. And the whole point of this character is to bring, Barker and Ezekiel, that basically has fallen off completely ever since, Ty and Zachary came out. So now, my first thoughts on this when I first read this out, I thought it was, it was still good. I would put him S at the tier list already here. The 30% max AP gain, that's very good, right? That is really good. And the 30% to 2 teammates, that's okay. I don't think that's broken. I just think that's good. And it's also nice that you're going to be seeing a little bit of variety in these defense teams, because right now it's just Tara. But now we're going to be seeing a lot more thanks to Leader of Kingdom, that being, reducing that 80% beat and burn damage. So my thoughts after this was like, okay, sure, he has this bleed and burn damage, right? The reduction. So you can't really risk taking in Ty against, top factions anymore, right? So my initial thoughts is, why don't I make a nuke team on greens? And why don't I just kill this character, right? Because then his passive is gonna be turned off. Well, it doesn't work. Because for some reason, and this is not worded in his passives, as you can clearly see. Uh, if he's dead, this 80% bleed and burn damage doesn't work. So, I am not sure where the wording here is that it works even after he's dead. Now, I get that with Tara, right? We were a little bit, we were pretty unhappy, that this leader skill didn't turn off. But then again, it's a leader skill. It always kind of works as long as the leader is, brought into battle at the first wave, then it is applied. So, I was okay with Tara bleed and burn reduction, right? With William, as I said, for some reason, and this was confirmed in the Discord. Let's see if I can bring you up this beautiful screenshot that I saved. So, first of all, thank you to Link for responding. First of all, I appreciate the response here. So, William's passive skill, which reduces bleed and burn damage, is working as intended because everybody thought this was, of course, a bug because, all other passes in the game turns off or they don't work when they're dead. Even when William dies, this passive skill remains on the surviving characters. The ability acts as a leadership skill similar to the other passive abilities. So wasn't worded at all, and this was not communicated correctly at all. I would have loved to see the, actually it worded out on the last passive here, because if I knew this afterwards, even I maybe would have actually spent for Marcus, just to get William. But then again, if you have coins, just use them. Uh, this character is kind of a meta changer. Actually, he is a meta changer. We're gonna be seeing a lot of Williams on defense teams. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, slap a like on it. Subscribe if you want more content like this. We're gonna be doing a lot of streams going forward, and possibly some videos coming up. I'll be making a tier list probably next week after this video is released. Then I've actually, tested them out fully because I really haven't so far. But those are my first thoughts going into the first war with William. So, anyways, guys, this was Mr. C. Hope you guys have a awesome day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.